When is it going to end, Robbie? I've had enough of it. Lads, we're finished. We're finished. We're absolutely finished, guys. We just lost to Manchester City. This is not even the big Manchester. This is not even Manchester United. It's Manchester City. Guys, our season's over. Match day 1 and we are finished. We are finished. They're all right. They're all right. Our season's over. We're already in 17th. We're already joint bottom of the league. Already joint bottom of the league. Get everybody out. Get everybody out. Can't believe it. I should have listened to that Minerals sooner. Sorry, guys. I know it's an emergency meeting and everything, people. I know it's an emergency meeting, but I'm just trying to, gather my thoughts because I'm really ready to flip my shit today. I'm really ready to, throw tables and all of that shit. Can't believe it. I lost to Manchester City, bruv. I lost to an entire Manchester City. Disgusting. Disgusting. Ain't this team meant to be mid-table? Well, no, that's 2007. My bad. My bad. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. But big up to everybody that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that. Yes, my braids are gone. I need to let my hair breathe for a little bit. I'm going to get that redone next week. But for today, we're back to the long curly hair. We're back to the long curly hair. It's good to be back, everybody. It's good to be back. Hit the like button, subscribe, super chat, all of that shit. Last day for the super chat lottery. So everybody drop your super chats. Everybody hit the likes as well. Don't be like Chelsea today. Don't be like Chelsea. Don't be a Haaland. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, all of that shit. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. Unfortunately, we are back under the same circumstances as before. Big game loss. Great. Man are doing up Carefree Viega in the chat. I can't be arsed. Can't be arsed. We lost... the fuck was that? We lost 2-0 to Manchester City. A result that ultimately was worse than the performance, in my opinion. I don't even think we played too bad, if anything. It's just the bozo moments. Bozo moments and individual brilliance all just combined. And this is what will happen when you play against Manchester City. Especially when this is literally our first league game under Maresca. I did see some improvements But that's about it. That's about it. And before people start, I am not here to try and find positives in the defeat. Like at the end of it all, at the end of it all, ultimately we were not good enough. Ultimately, we weren't good enough to win. I'm not going to tell you all to sniff copium and just say, oh, but at least this was okay. At least that was okay. At least this was okay. No, we weren't good enough. We lost because we were the worst team out of the two. We can look at the reasons for that and everything. But that's about it. That's about it. Other than that, I'm not making any big statements other than please, I beg you, start Jorgensen in the next league game, please. Please. Because I just want to see if he's got anything more to offer to me than Robert Sanchez. Because the maddest thing is, before that second goal, I wouldn't have even said that Sanchez had a bad game. I would have been like, he was aight. He was aight. And then, like, just the last 10 minutes, completely fell in the bin. Completely fell in the bin. And here's my thing with mistakes. Even if it's necessarily like one mistake in everything, the further back you go, the less mistakes you are allowed to make. The less mistakes you're allowed to make, especially when you're in goal. When you're in goal, you make one mistake, 9 times out of 10 goal. 9 times out of 10, it leads to a goal. The positioning for that second goal, forget even the passing. The positioning. You might as well have just told Kovacic, there you are. There you are. Have a hit, son. All of our ex-players love a goal. Go on, mate. Have a shot. Have a shot. So stupid. The positioning, it was genuinely insane. And also, because I know the chat's saying the same thing, Enzo and Caicedo got cooked too in the build-up to that. They both got cooked. So don't think we're just scapegoating Sanchez for that too. No. Enzo, Caicedo, come over here. Come over here. You both got done. You both got done. Now, Caicedo, I don't think he was bad today. Do I think that was a standard Caicedo performance? No. No, but I don't think he was that bad. I actually think him and Lavia were pretty good together. Enzo. Bro, how many times did I get annoyed about Pochettino playing Enzo so far forward? And then I see Enzo literally holding Jackson's hand in build-up at certain times and off the ball too. Brother, he can't play there. He can't play there. Why do we do this? Why do we do this? Why? And, like, that's also not just the only reason why he played badly. Like, no, the passing, bruv. Some of the passing. The first touches. No. Not good enough. Not good enough. But we tried to just put all three of them together, which I can understand. And I'm not even necessarily going to write off. I'm not even going to necessarily write off the three of them playing together because it is, again, first match day. But Caicedo and Lavia looked a lot better as the deeper midfielders. And then Nkunku's the first sub off. That's what I didn't understand. Enzo really should have been the first off. He really should have been the first off. Like, bring on Neto, fine. No complaints. Bring on Neto, all of that. Bring Nkunku and put him into the middle. Bring Nkunku, slap him in the middle, fine. I've got no complaints. We took off Nkunku instead, and then we took off Lavia for Dewsbury Hall. Now, I'm going to try and give the manager the benefit of the doubt and hope that we're just trying to keep Lavia's fitness up to shape. I really am. Because if that's not the case, how did Lavia get taken off the pitch? How? He was like one of the only few players that was playing well throughout the match. And we took him off. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt with fitness. But even then, when I think with fitness, like Lavia was one of the first midfielders back. Lavia was back before Enzo. He was back before Caicedo. So How was he the first one taken off? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Man them in the chat, let me know. Did Maresca say anything about protecting Lavia or anything like that? Because I didn't take a look at the quotes post-game. I went straight to the pub, up the Chelsea. Nkunku worked with us since day one. They had a good game. All of them, even Romeo and Moy, they all had a good game. I won't say all of them, but fine. I don't see anything on Lavia's substitution. I don't see anything on Lavia's substitution. So maybe he wasn't asked that, but if it wasn't for just protecting him, why? I don't understand that. Because any little momentum we were building, we started to lose it when the subs came on. We started to lose it. And really and truly, like, we never really looked like winning that game anyway. We were just holding on. We were really just holding on to that match. Like, we were lucky to only end the first half at 1-0. Second half, like, again, we were good in terms of how we were in possession and all of that. But as soon as we get to the final third, we look lost. Like, we know how to pass to create space, but we don't know how to attack the space. We don't know when to attack the space. That's what I noticed from that game. And, like, at least defensively, we were a little bit better. I don't even think Fofana had a bad game, in all honesty. But just not good enough. Just not good enough. Thankfully, like, that sort of game was against Manchester City. This is why I'm glad we played City first game. Start off against the best possible opposition that you can face. Figure out what's going wrong. Work from there. Because there's not going to be a lot of teams that test us the same way a Manchester City will test us. Especially at this time. But not good enough. Not good enough. Yeah, defensive shape I didn't think was too bad. We did struggle when City switched wingers because I noticed at the start Cucurella was doing well against Doku, and then they put Savić onto the other side and struggled. The press, though, not so much. There was times where, like, we just looked like we weren't pressing. There was times where it looked a little bit disjointed. I don't know if that's, like, part of the way we're meant to be playing and everything. And, like, we're meant to just drop back a little bit more. But in terms of the timing of the press, I didn't really notice that as much. I'll probably end up giving the game the typical watch back later. But the pressing, I didn't really think was a positive point. I didn't. There was times where I'm thinking, like, we're just letting them pass. We're just letting them pass around and we're not really chasing them or anything. And I don't mind, again, if our aim is not to try and chase them. But there was times where I felt like we were making it very easy for them. And, like, again, I'm really trying not to come to a lot of conclusions based off our first match day. But, like, the press didn't look very good in this sort of game. And we really need to figure out what we're doing in the final third a bit more. Yeah, Galib, like, the start of the game wasn't bad. I think things started to fall off once the wingers were switched. I think that's when we started to lose a bit of control. Then we were just hanging on before the end of the first half. We kind of start the second half okay. Subs don't help, start to fall off again. I think that's the case. And again, like, I don't think it was a terrible performance. I don't think it was good enough to win the game. There was talks about penalties. I think the Kovacic one didn't get given because of a new rule or something. Apparently, Enzo should have had a pen in the first half, though. And I did watch it back. It does look like a little bit of a push. I'm not sure if it's enough. I'm really not sure if it's enough to be called for a penalty or not. But even then, I don't want to come on here and be like, oh, we should have got a pen and we would have won the game. It would have been a completely different game, guys. If only we got the pen, it's all Anthony Taylor's fault. Yeah, fuck Anthony Taylor, all of that. We're getting absolutely nothing with him anyway. But I say 9 times out of 10, I always say this and I will stand by it. If you come out of a game and your only outlook is to blame the referee, number one, you either got screwed out of numerous penalties, or number 2, you're drinking copium and you just didn't do enough. And I don't want to do that because ultimately we didn't do enough. So we can touch on that, but don't really think either was a pen, if anything. I don't think either was a pen. Or like, I'm not saying outright that I believe it's a pen, so I can't really be too annoyed about it. Can't really be too annoyed about it. Yeah, but like, I think the rules say, like, I don't know, something about being a natural handball or something. So yeah. What are the rest of the super chat saying? Big up to Alex saying, what do you think is wrong with Chelsea? I mean, as of now, get Osimhen through the door, please. Please. And I know, like, Jackson only had like 10, 15 minutes of preseason. So in terms of his bad performance, very bad performance, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to rip him too much for that performance. But we do still need another striker. Get Osimhen through. ASAP. Defensively, bozo moments is really just bozo moments. Goalkeeper, Jorgensen had better be the guy. He had better be the guy to save us, because I swear, if we go to next season and we're asking for goalkeeper number 11, bruv, pointless. What is the point? So there are still some problems, obviously, and Maresca's a big question mark and all of that, but nothing to really panic too much about. Big up to Crawley Eagle saying, how are the debutants? Lavia? Oh, couldn't ask for more. Couldn't ask for more. What a performance. What a performance from him. A beacon of light. A beacon of light. Dewsbury Hall, I don't think was that great. Hiyu, barely noticed him. Neto was on for like nearly scoring with his first touch. And then started to fade off a little bit more towards the end of the game. But I think he started the first 5 or 10 minutes pretty well. I don't think I've missed anybody. Have I missed anybody? Nah, yeah, so that's it. That was it. Big up to Cigar City Blues. Big up, my guy, saying, Lewis, you would think it was the end of the world. Trust me. We just lost to Manchester City. Our season's over. Oh, we're fucked. We're fucked. We're getting relegated. Maresca will be sacked by Christmas. Why did we sign Dewsbury Hall when we have Conor Gallagher? And by the way, don't even get me fucking started on this absolutely tapped fan base. The fact that these match-going fans act like they are so high and mighty 90% of the time, and like they have such a better outlook on this football club than us half of the time. And when we're 1-0 down and the team needs some support, the team needs some backing, and you know what they do? Conor Gallagher. Yeah. That's what's going to help the players while we're 1-0 down against Manchester City. Chant for a man that's not even here. Yeah. That's what we need. That's what this fan base needs. That's what those players need. In the middle of a very tense first match against your literal Premier League champions, what do we spend the first half doing? Do we chant for the club? Do we chant for individuals? No. Conor Gallagher. Yeah, let's chant for a guy who rejected 3 contracts. That's going to send a message. That's us getting behind the team and all of that. All of these tourists, they come to Chelsea, they keep quiet, and then they cuss out these individuals and abuse them on social media. And then here you are, all you man chanting for a fucking guy who's leaving our club. Disgrace. Fucking disgrace. Man rejected 3 contract offers and these men are still crying about him. Yes, I needed Conor Gallagher to win this match. But he has so many good games against Man City, guys. Oh, he has so many good games for us against Manchester City. Do you know how many we won? A clue. 0. We won none of those games. Oh, but we need Gallagher to beat Man City. Shut up. Fucking stupid fan base, bruv. That drove me mental, man. Is this what it's going to be all season? Is this what it's going to be all season? Whenever we're losing the game, man are going to start crying over Gallagher. Fucking embarrassing. Fucking embarrassing, bruv. Yes, because I needed Conor Gallagher to beat Manchester City. Our fan base is a disgrace. Our fan base is a disgrace. And it's not even the first time. I told you all about 22-23 when Sterling, Ziyech and Pulisic would hold the fucking blame for everything going wrong in our club. They'd be getting booed on and off the pitch every match, but Mount and Havertz. You won us the Champions League, guys. We love you. Even though we're 12th. Fuck off. Our fan base is a joke. Our fan base is an actual joke. And by the way, for people who act like I tried to police the fan base, I really don't. I really don't. You are entitled to chant for Gallagher if you want. Just like I'm entitled to call you a prick for chanting Gallagher when he's not even in the team. Because guess what? Opinions are opinions. So you have the right to your opinion. You have the right to chant for Gallagher. And I have the right to call you a piece of shit for it too. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. So, you can miss me with the whole police the fan base. Fuck off. Fuck off. Tangent aside, though, thank you for the super chat to Cigar City Blues. Big up. Big up to Blaze. Same position, excuses every game. Time to cut our loss, in my opinion. I guess you're talking about Enzo. And by the way, this season, you're not going to see me endlessly defending Enzo like I did last season. This summer completely changed my personal attachment to him. So, play well. Play well or dip. Again, I do not want to make big statements just based off this one game. But if I had to, I'd say it looks like it's got to be Lavia or Caicedo or Lavia and Enzo, and you guys have to pick a side. And to me, if that is the case, I know my side. I know what I'm sticking with. So, Enzo, big season for you. Big season. I hope you play well. But we will see. Yeah, like Enzo had some moments. But ultimately I didn't think he played well. I think there was a lot of times where his touch let him down or his final pass let him down too. He did get a little bit better when we played him deeper. But even then, I would have rather had Lavia play. And I think the subs kind of killed our attack a little bit. Personally, think he should have been first off. In my opinion. Big up to Sheik. Big up, my guy, saying Chelsea did a loopard in the midfield today. Big up. Yeah, but I'm banned for 5 days. Thank you, EA. Banning my account for literally no reason. No reason. Don't even know what the case is. How come City being first game is an excuse for Maresca and Poch played them later and you've literally answered your own question, Chloe, because he played them later. He had more time to implement his system into the team. And like I said, judge everything on a game-by-game basis. You're judging them on a team-by-team basis. I'm not doing that. In that game you're talking about with Man City, we were absolutely cooking them and then he changed our setup for no reason. We conceded. And also, for anyone who thinks it's a Pochettino agenda, I didn't blame Poch once for us being knocked out in the FA Cup. Not once. I said it on my fan cam, I said it on my stream, I said it on back again. Poch was not to blame for us being knocked out of the FA Cup. It was our poor finishing from Nicholas Jackson and VAR not giving us a rightful penalty in the second half of that game. That and the substitutions. Doku came on, did a madness. So, it's not Poch agenda and blindly blaming, protecting Maresca. Because I'm also saying Maresca should not have played Enzo so high up. Maresca should not, should not have played Nkunku on the left. He didn't look comfortable on the left. He didn't look comfortable at all. Whether you want to try him out in that position a bit more, pause. Go for it. But for me, no. Play him in the middle. Play him centrally. He seems calmer centrally. So, do that. I give a good response and you say rattled. I can't be arsed. But big up Chloe anyway. Big up Chloe. Why are we still talking about Poch? Not me. Not me. Don't even think I brought up Poch once in this entire stream. Dodgers. I got told Dodgers. Have we got Jao Felix? Here we go. The first half, there was fucking Gary Neville. In the first half, there was some size from Chelsea fans who are trying to play out the back. That has to probably go from the fans. He needs to educate them, and so do the club. He is going to play this way. I mean, Gary Neville's actually bringing up a decent point. These fans are not ready for this football. These fans are not ready for us to try and play this football. Man, we're literally ready to give up. Literally ready to give up within the first 20 to 25 minutes. Man said Poch played Liverpool first game. I want Poch out on match day 1. It was Christmas where I turned on him. Even if I was like teetering on the plank a little bit, I didn't say Poch out until early December. Sean, facts. He's spin. These fans weren't ready to give that any sort of patience. You're a 1 goal away from his magic chance. He was one game, 1 goal away from that. So, yeah, you had better win your next few games. Otherwise, shit, this toxicity is going to reach a peak very early. I am not going to Wolves away. That is Carnival weekend. Fuck that. I'm doing a watch along here. And as soon as it gets to full time, out. Gone. So, no Wolves. I'm not going to the Conference League games. My next game will be Palace. The question is, will the ownership allow Maresca to drop Enzo? See, I don't even think that's the case. I don't think it's a case that they're not allowing him to, but I mean, time will tell. Time will tell. If Enzo continues to drop poor performances and he continues to start in the lineup, then we're going to have to ask questions. It's either the manager or it's the ownership. And even then, I'd probably look more at the manager for that first. You're the one that picks the lineup. You could at the very least hint at something in the press conferences and say it's not really my decision. Warrior, watch along on the Sunday. Monday, nothing. Even if there's a here we go, don't at me. Don't at me. I'll look at everything on Tuesday. Yeah, Adam, I'll be real. I don't think Enzo played that well. Obviously, he had good moments. It's not a 0 out of 10. It's not a 0 out of 10, but it just ultimately wasn't good enough. Ian, let me get through the rest of these super chats and I'll touch on that. Big up to Blues Enthusiast saying I got secondhand embarrassment from that Gallagher section in our fan base today. The negative Nancy's are out in full force tonight. Exactly. Shout out to my guy Lawrence, but I saw him tweeting that about Dewsbury Hall being nowhere near as good as Gallagher. It is match day 1. And honestly, I would have just put Nkunku in the middle and left Lavia and Caicedo and been done with it. Didn't really need Dewsbury Hall in that game. Leave him for fucking Serviette or whatever the fuck their name is. But those Gallagher chants were fucking embarrassing. So embarrassing. 1-0 down to Manchester City, and you showed the entire midfield that you have no faith in them. Just like that, you have no faith in them. Joke. Fucking joke. Big up to Arta saying, it's all over. Pack it in, guys. Oh, it's all over. We're going down. 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 Pause. Big up to Arta. Big up to Arta. I know you're trolling, but shout out anyway, my guy. Big up. Big up. Big up to Cigar City Blues saying, bring me Osimhen. Yes. Osimhen, come over here. Where is our here we go, by the way? I was expecting Jao Felix here we go to try and lift the mood. Where is it? Where is it? What am I going to do without my dopamine? What am I going to do with my dopamine? I haven't got anything. Anything more and our fans might start booing again. Fucking ridiculous. Oh yeah, clip it. That's all right. That's all good. Big up to Irish Chelsea saying, big up Lewis, loving the content as usual, gets me through the night shift. Sanchez isn't him. Disappointed, but happy the Chelsea are back. Yeah, it's good to be back. Got to meet a bunch of my old mates as well. Even got to link up with Alex Goldberg. A couple other Twitter accounts I haven't seen in a minute. Some good faces, some bad faces. All part of the game, innit? All part of the game. But it's good to be back, man. Shout out to Irish Chelsea. Enjoy your shift, man. Well, try and get through the shift. I guess the game don't really help. Big up to Irish Taz. Saying fans are hypocrites. Want Sterling gone. Then we lose with him out of it. And same fans cry saying, why didn't he play? Oh, you're kidding me. Are you serious? Let me have one look on Twitter. I swear on my life. I see people moaning that fucking Sterling didn't start. Oh, thankfully, the main tweets aren't saying that. Thankfully. But even then, anybody who's moaning about that can get in the bin. What part of ruthlessness does his fan base struggle to understand with, even though we went through an entire Roman era? Like, what? Yes, Sterling's statement, I saw all of that as well. We'll touch on that too. Let me get that tweet up. But I don't give a fuck. How many times have we said that Sterling ain't good enough and we're stuck with him with his big-ass wages? And now we're actually trying to do something to get rid of him. People want to still moan. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. And also, Sterling's a bitch for dropping this statement as soon as the lineup dropped too. He's actually a bitch for that. Fuck being nice about it. You're one of the veterans. You're one of the leaders. A man is throwing his toys out the pram and putting more negative attention to our football club straight after kickoff. You prick. Fuck you, bruv. Oh, I expected to be a part of the team. Well, how about you show some consistency then? How about you show some consistency? I am genuinely not surprised that the club made this move because honestly, it's the only way the club is going to get rid of him. It's the only way the club's going to get rid of him. If they try and force his hand. How many times have I been here on streams and I've told you all, forget about Sterling going. Forget about Sterling being sold. Forget about us getting rid of him because of his big-ass wages. The only way to do it is to take his minutes away. Because the whole reason why he left City was not just to move to London, but because minutes. He didn't get enough minutes at Man City, despite having their 5th highest minutes in the squad of that entire season. According to Nathan Gissing, he released a statement during the last game of pre-season. Daily Mail took advantage and released it today. So he released it while he was on the bench. Huh? He released it while he was on the bench, or even before that. What? What? See, like, quietly enough, I could actually hear a potential situation where they've had this statement, but they've taken their while to release it. But it feels like a bit of a conspiracy theory. It does feel like a little bit of conspiracy. So I don't know. Like, yeah, you're only saying what Nathan Gissing said, so I'm not saying anything about you directly. But I don't know whether I believe that or not. I don't know. Apparently, even the likes of Michael Richards and Daniel Sturridge are saying this was a dumb move from him. And these men have worked with Sterling. These guys have even worked with Sterling. But for me, my point still stands. Apparently, a reporter called this camp for a comment, and the reporter wrote that entire statement thing. Okay, they probably would have wanted it to be word for word anyway, or close to it. Check DMs. All right, cool. I won't bring it up on screen. Ah, thank you for that, monster. It dropped a whole stage. Raheem Sterling's camp did not release a standalone statement. It's now come to our attention. They responded with a comment to a Daily Mail article. With rumors circulating of an exclusion late last week. The camp directed media to the club, who has neither confirmed or denied the exclusion. The camp has no way of dictating timing to a story. The Daily Mail ran the story as soon as they saw Sterling was absent from the team sheet. A player not being selected for a match does not need justification. Sterling's camp is asked for clarity and discussion around his future, which up to this point has not taken place. Sterling has a good relationship with Maresca. If there's not been any discussions with Sterling's camp about his future, then that's a bad move from our directors. Because it could be a lot easier to just tell him you're not a part of our plans, off you pop to the fucking Gallagher and Chalobah camp. I might be more inclined to not be as annoyed about it, because the timing was my biggest point. The timing was the biggest point. I felt like that was deliberate. Safe for sending that monster. Then I don't understand what the situation is with him. Because he was on our bench. He came on in the second half. It can't be a case of, oh, you're not in our plans now. Because you would have been in that position a week ago and you wouldn't have been in the Inter game. Maybe it's just a late decision. Maybe it's a late decision. But if it's even a late decision, okay. Like, I don't care if we want to get rid of Sterling. I really don't care. At the end of the day, like, he's on our highest wages. He plays like Noni. And, like, Noni is fine because you're 21, you're 22. I don't mind you, like, trying to figure out your consistency and all of that. You're 29, Sterling. Grow up. Grow up, please. So, maybe from what I'm seeing now, of that they've had that statement for more than a week and they dropped it. Yeah, they took advantage of it. Okay. They took advantage of it. But I'm with you a little bit more on that. Definitely a late decision. Kind of similar to like hearing Angelo Gabriel's now up for sale and all of that. But bye. Bye-bye. Not good enough. I don't mind us being ruthless. Being ruthless is what kept us at the top, and being ruthless is what will help us get to the top. Chilwell, bye-bye. Gallagher, bye-bye. Sterling, bye-bye. But it's gonna get messy. It's gonna get very messy, and it's gonna get worse before it gets better, because Sterling has a lot of leverage. It's just, does the money mean more to him, or does the game time? It's one or the other. It's one or the other. If the minutes matter more, we might have a chance to push him out. We might have a great chance to push him out of the club. Now we've actually tried to push for it a little bit. If the money matters more, we're done. Like, if the money matters more, he is not going anywhere, and we're right back to where we were at the start. It is what it is. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. So, I guess we'll see. But this whole situation ain't going away anytime soon. And it's clearly not an injury. He's clearly not out because of an injury. So this was a decision to take him out of the squad. And I kind of expect Chelsea to keep that up. So I don't think you'll see him in the Conference League. I don't think you'll see him against Wolves. This is going to be our way to really try and push him out of the club. And I hope it works. But I doubt it. Because he just doesn't have to go. And no one else is going to want to take him. Not on them wages. No one's going to want to have anything to do with him except maybe Saudi. It's unlikely. I'm saying tactical decision. Nope. Technical decision. Nope. Sterling to Arsenal the last few days of this window. We will see, man. Yeah, we will see. Big up to Sebastian Toller. Brother, I'm good. I'm good. But thank you again for the donation, and thank you for the kind offer. But I'm happy. I'm comfortable in my corner. I'm all good. I'm all good, bro. But thank you very much. Thoughts on Maresca's comments about Carney. What did he even say? Thank you again to Monster for sending that. Big up, bro. What did he say on Chukwuemeka? Fabrizio said on the Sterling situation, he's not desperate to leave Chelsea, but Chelsea will be in contact with him to understand how to handle the situation. The message looks clear. Chelsea are looking for solutions. He's on a big salary with 3 years left, so it needs to be discussed. Good luck. Good luck to you all trying to sell him. Good luck. Where is the Chukwuemeka stuff? Every case is a bit different. Carney's a very good player, but because of some injuries in the past, I think it's important he plays 30 or 35 games in a row. Is he going to play that for us? I'm not sure. Yep, loan or sold. Loan or sold. One or the other. Barca, Palace, come through. Come through. Time for business. We'll see. We will see. I'm saying Pedro Neto is not even better than Mudryk. Have shame. Have shame. Yeah, for Carney, good luck. Peace. Off your pop. Off you pop, mate. It's all good. It's all good. Mudryk or Noni didn't even play today. Probably Conference League. You'll probably see him play Conference League. What's their name? Savić. Savić. They're not ready. They're not ready for this smoke. They aren't ready for this sauce. All of that. All of that. They aren't ready. But yeah, big up to everybody that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that shit. I'm gonna drop the link out because I want to see what everybody's saying. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that shit. And let's see what everybody's saying. Up the Chelsea. All of that crap. Chloe, I'm barely trying to get their name correct. In 2 weeks' time, it won't even matter anyway. Because we should just be knocking them out. I dare you get knocked out. I dare you get knocked out. Look, trust the process, trust progress and all of that. Don't get knocked out of the Conference League. Don't fucking get knocked out of the Conference League. Simple as. But we won't anyway. We're winning the whole thing. Up the Chelsea. Don't forget to hit the likes, guys, as well. I don't think we have half of the amount of people watching who have hit the like button. So, guys, smash them likes. Smash them likes. Just going to send the link out to the Insta, guys, quickly. Dash probably wants a link. All right, cool. Nearly done. Nearly done. Fucking piece of shit. Boom. And that's everybody. Yes, guys. Yes, what are we saying?
Yeah, Lewis.
Yeah.
Oh, Rant's hit 100K. Yeah, congrats to Rant. Love that. Yeah. Next up. Happy for him. I have to message him about that.
Yeah, and so I want to talk to, since I put that up there, I want to put his take on the game out, because we can all talk about our take, but we're all a little bit biased, whether you're pro this or anti this. He thought for a few moments, we were just as good as Man City, if not outplayed them. We put them
if you want the link.
And we played with them. Not many teams play toe-to-toe with Man City. Okay? So the 2 moments they scored. The moments we had, we didn't. That's why we were 6th and they were 1st. End of story. But really, for the most part in the game, you couldn't split the teams. They were even. And it was just those moments that we weren't clinical, just like last year. And when it came down to their moments, they were clinical, and they were going up against Levi Caldwell. So, you know.
Just one little problem dig.
Hey, he was awful. He gave up 2 goals. He was the defender on both goals. First goal, just stuck a foot out. Let the ball go to Erling Haaland. You're supposed to be man marking that man in the box, not letting him play in space. Second goal, you're the last defender. You have to make the attacker make a decision. Yeah. You have to challenge him. You can't sit back because all you do is screen the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper doesn't know where the ball's going until it goes past you. And at that point in time, it's too late. So everybody was banging on Sanchez, but he didn't see the ball until it cleared Caldwell.
Yep.
And he had to wait because Caldwell, again, backs off his player every time. He never challenges. Sorry, you got to go. Done. Yeah. Seen enough. Bye-bye.
I think it's still early days, but I agree. He was partly to blame the second goal too. With Enzo, with Caicedo, Sanchez too.
And that's why we played those three in the midfield.
Yep.
We didn't play an attacking midfield today at all. Why? Ask yourself why. Because
what you're saying, protect the back too.
Yeah.
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 Control the midfield and protect the defense. Yeah.
Could hear the theory behind that at least.
I mean, even with packing the midfield, like the wide areas got absolutely abused today. Like aside from Cucurella on one-on-ones, everybody who got wide challenged got absolutely railed out there today. Like all the one-on-ones, aside from Cucurella in the first half, we basically lost on the wings. And that's because we were packing the midfield and we chose not to double up on the wings. But you need to make a choice because if you're going to pack out the midfield, you need to play out and out wing back or fullback defenders. If you're not going to play fullbacks and you're going to play like a narrow three like he does, and you're going to have them all tuck in and stuff, like then you need to have your wingers double up. It made no sense, in my opinion. The defensive structure has been lacking since preseason. That's the only concern that I've had with the team.
Yeah, it's going to take time for everybody to get on the same page. Right now, some people are on page 3 and some people are on page 15.
Yeah, and it was an absolute criminal performance from Jack-Off Jackson today. Completely criminal.
Yeah, he wasn't good, but even with him, he had like 10, 15 minutes of a preseason. I ain't got a lot of energy for him. Just wasn't good enough.
I actually had a conversation about Jackson today with Graham Bailey.
Huh?
And
what?
I had a conversation with Graham Bailey today about Nico. And apparently it's real. He is not settled at Chelsea right now.
Bro, listen. I don't know
really?
what I got to do.
Really?
That's the reporting.
He's just not clinical enough. That's just the reality, bro. And if we're trying to compete and get, top 4, bro, we need a striker. I'm sorry, we can't keep.
If he's unsettled, all the more reason to buy Osimhen. Then
we can't.
Well, I think that's what's going to happen.
What could he be unsettled about?
He apparently was tight with Poch or liked Poch a lot when he got fired.
Bro, you have a job to do, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, don't.
I am not saying you. Okay, it's not me saying it.
No, not you, but like
this is what's been said.
That's what his issue is. Like, who gives a shit?
And it's that, and it's the more forwards being bought, more links to more forwards being bought. I don't think that they think
this is Chelsea, bro. Make your place or get the fuck out.
Welcome to Chelsea. Shit managers get sacked. If you don't like it, fuck off.
Well, again,
because we already had to get rid of lily-livered Havertz. Now we're gonna get with another mentality dwarf. Like, come on.
Well,
I expect that from him. I hope that isn't true. I don't. Again, not my reporting. His reporting. He says it's absolutely true. I guess a lot of the English fans are pissed off that Enzo is wearing the armband and Gallagher's being sold.
Yeah.
Which from my understanding. I don't understand.
1-0 down, we're all chanting for Gallagher in the Matthew Harding end.
And you wonder why some people don't want to come play at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Why would you think that they didn't do this for Diego Costa when he got fucked up by Conte? They didn't try and rip the stands down. When Gary Cahill got fucked off by was it Sarri? Nobody cared.
Yo, didn't Diego Costa have like a 20-goal season that season prior?
Yeah. And nobody was making a big fuss about it, but they want to make a big fuss about Kai Havertz, Mount, and Gallagher. Like,
Because they got mad attachments to him. That's the problem. For some reason, these players got the attachment.
That-
Others didn't.
Bro,
Shouldn't
you
idolize
fucking
players.
mental.
Yeah, don't
Player
idolize
stance,
players.
huh?
They're always going to let you
Motherfuckers
down.
weren't really around back then.
But I didn't think I'd see an entire end full of them.
Yeah.
Bro,
Fucking 1-0 down. Fuck off.
what is Gallagher? Real thing is, what would they tell me Gallagher would do in this game?
Run
You would've
around,
lost
kick some
too,
players.
just like
He will
everyone
do
else.
more than Enzo did, I can tell you that.
Yeah, Enzo won good. I'm with you.
Yeah,
Enzo
I
won.
suppose.
But that's the thing, he wouldn't have.
He would have done more than what Enzo did.
No.
Well, it's no from you, it's yes from me.
I mean, Alex didn't say do anything good, but he certainly would do a lot more.
first of
Maybe,
all,
yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
At least Kovacic will not pass by him in the second goal just for nothing.
Oh yeah, because we've never
I
seen
can tell
Kovacic
you
go
that.
past anybody ever. He's,
No,
he's
but
terrible
because-
with the ball at his feet.
No, but because of he passed it, he scored the goal, didn't? He passed Enzo, passed Caicedo.
Mhm.
Colville did the TPT toe I'm a ballerina block attempt on that shot,
Yeah.
and Sancho did the Cinderella jump on to block that. Like, seriously, man, we could have done with what's his name. People don't realize one thing, that we can't say that Gallagher is not that cup of tea.
Yep.
But if you look at the Lavia, when Lavia left, by the way, I think he was the best player on the field for Chelsea today.
Yep.
When
Agreed.
Lavia was substituted, the reason why everything was not clicking, it's because nobody was running in that midfield.
We
None of them.
We didn't need Gallagher. We had Gallagher on the pitch today.
We did, yeah. That's what I'm saying. We had what's his name? What's his name?
Dewsbury Hall.
Caicedo.
Yes.
Okay, so
No, not Caicedo. We
Lavia.
had Lavia today.
Lavia. Yeah.
Lavia did everything. Ran, blocked, run with the ball in transition. He did a lot. He did a lot today. I'm impressed with Lavia. That's the Lavia I wanted in the beginning. Enzo plays better with Lavia than he plays with, or Caicedo plays better with Lavia than he plays with Enzo.
But he doesn't have to play
I
as a
think
six.
Enzo should have been out of that game early second half, bro.
I
Just take him out.
disagreed.
No, you
Yeah,
disagree.
I don't think Enzo had a bad game. I don't think it was
Alright,
great.
He had
alright,
the
alright.
First half he
He's
did.
the worst player on the
Okay.
No,
field
he wasn't.
right after
No, he
center
wasn't.
backs.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he
I didn't
wasn't.
see that. But
Enzo
that's
should have
okay.
been
Completely
much
messed
came
up.
off.
No, I'm gonna be so honest.
Completely missed passes
I'm
couple
gonna be
of
so honest.
times.
He was not even the worst midfielder on the pitch today. Like,
Oh, wow.
not even close.
Okay.
You're saying Caicedo was?
Yeah, Caicedo stank. Caicedo was awful.
Caicedo
No,
wasn't awful
Caicedo
until
He was
He was
awful.
until what's his name
Caicedo
left.
played
Well, let's
exactly.
got
No, no.
Lamb. Go on, Scott.
Caicedo played exactly how Gallagher played last season. Ran around like a headless chicken, made needless fouls, and wasn't good on the ball.
No,
He
what?
was not good. He was not
when
good.
did Caicedo make mistakes on the ball? There was only one misplaced forward pass that I remember, and that was more due to lack of movement than the pass being inaccurate.
There
When
was
he
sloppy
bad on the
passes from
ball?
Caicedo.
Oh,
I just didn't
sloppy,
notice him as much as Enzo. That was my thing.
Yeah, he was. More
That's what I'm
anonymous
saying.
than pass.
There's
Wasn't bad.
not a big gap between what's his name between those two. But to call it, he was not even the worst midfielder. It's a shame because Enzo did not exist. Did not exist for 90 minutes.
Can I
90
ask you
minutes
guys a
he did
question
not
about
exist.
Enzo? Because what I wonder about Enzo is obviously we signed him for a lot of money, and at the time, like the directors were talking about how he's such a special profile and this and that. Like when they signed him, like it's been I think probably 3 managers he's played under now, or 4 maybe. Like when they signed him, obviously they knew what profile he was. Is this not a discussion that they have with any of the managers? Because it seems to me like he's played under Potter, I think he's played under Lampard, he's played under Poch, and he's now played under Maresca, and I've never seen him, aside from maybe under Potter, play consistently in his profiled position as a deep lying playmaker next
We
to a
have, though.
ball-winning midfielder.
No, we have though. We saw it under Potter. Like,
Yeah, that's what I
Potter,
just
we
said.
saw it under
Aside
Potter.
from when we saw it under Potter,
Yeah,
we
cool.
haven't seen it since. Is this not a conversation that they have?
Well, go and look at every other manager since then. We had Lampard. That speaks for itself. We had Poch. Again, that should speak for itself with his tactics. and his style of
Or
play,
lack thereof.
or that lack thereof. And then we've got Maresca. And I'll be real, I didn't think he was terrible. I don't think he was good, like great. I thought he was quite average. But I thought what I saw today was more than what I was seeing last season.
What was
Yeah,
terrible?
facts.
What was terrible from Enzo today wasn't his touches were bad.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's
at the end of the day, really the real problem was where he was playing. There's no reason why he should be that high up the pitch in the final phase of our attack.
no, I
Why
agree.
is
But
that
what
something that keeps happening?
what I hope ends up happening is him and Caicedo basically fight for that spot that Caicedo had today. And it's like in his position you have Nkunku, and in Nkunku's position you have Neto. That's ideally what we want to see. It's just he was in that position today because Nkunku was on the left, and Maresca wanted to have that midfield too that he had today. And one of them was outstanding, and one of them was.
Why every manager that comes to Chelsea immediately put Enzo in that position? Poch did put him in a 10. Lampard put him in a 10. What's his name? Put him in a 10.
Was he playing?
Lampard
I
didn't-
don't know. Like, it was driving me
Lampard didn't
insane
change his-
when I was seeing that today.
I mean,
how we got
like,
be back here again?
no, what I'm saying, like, you can tell me, like, I'm turning on this freaking fraudulent Argentinian man. He's too, like, oh my word, like you said,
He's an enigma.
He had the first touches. For crying out loud, it's like telling the painter he cannot hold the freaking paintbrush. That's that's your job. Number one job. Get hold of the ball, right?
When Maresca came in, didn't they tell us he was going to play Enzo in the wings role? So why is he playing far forward? Like, bro, this shuttle runs. It just doesn't look like this guy is just having a good game, bro. I would have taken him off that game. Like, it's just
Monster said earlier, and I think it's too early to make that judgment call, but do you guys think it's a thing from the owners where they're like telling him he needs to try and find a way to get the best out of all three midfielders?
No.
That's fair,
All right,
bro.
cool.
But it's like
Maybe
It's
just
a fair
checking where
choice.
everyone's at.
I think it's a fair assumption.
Sorry. If this was I keep going back to this. We had a discussion about this on the last show. If this was the case, Mudryk would be playing every game.
that's
We
true.
paid 60.
That's
No.
No, but the thing
It's
is,
not a
Mudryk
fact.
is
He didn't even come off the bench
absolutely,
today.
like,
No.
just too bad.
Mudryk, we paid 62. The other one we paid way higher than that.
Enzo, they almost got into a
But
fight.
even then,
Mudryk
that's
is
like the
just so
third
bad.
highest transfer we have made. So
But it's fair because it's still money that was invested, and they haven't seen the return on that investment. So
Exactly.
and you're going to go to person that's supposed to get the return on that investment and go, hey.
that's why I didn't want to run with that narrative. I just want to see what everyone's
Well,
saying.
I'm not saying 100%, but I can put my full head and thinking.
But
maybe.
Maresca is also shaping the team to how he wants it. You think they're okay paying $300K a week to Raheem Sterling this week for him not to play? Do you think they said anything to him about that? No.
I think if Maresca tried to shape their team, he should not shape it that knowing that you do not shape it in the first game of the season. You shape it in the preseason, which he didn't. He played completely different. Again, just like Pochettino did. Preseason is
No, he didn't.
no, but the personnel.
No, because the reason why he explained after the game, to be fair, that he chose this squad tactically. Like there was an intentional pick to pack out the midfield and play more of a less attacking front four, because he didn't want to be playing with Palmer or Palmer and Nkunku and like a Neto or somebody, and like, you know, Palmer and Nkunku is double advanced 10s, and then Neto and Madueke or whatever on the wings. That would be way too attacking, I guess, against Manchester City first game of the season.
Unless you man wanted to see Mudryk play, he was never going to start Neto. So then the only option on the left hand side was either Jackson or Nkunku.
Yeah. It's the first game, I think.
Neto was never going to start anyway.
No, but I
Okay,
think against Servette, you'll see.
You see, hold on a second. I see your point. Maybe it's because you're saying like it's the first game, whatever. Yes, I agree with you. But the substitution when Maresca made, when he took off Nkunku, that substitution telling me that he thinks the way I was thinking, and he is wrong about it. Because if he really wanted to change the game and put it the way the players are best out of the players, he would have made the first sub, take Enzo off, and put Neto in. And then you will switch, what's his name? Net. You will put Neto on the left, and you will put nkunku into the Enzo's position. And that's it. One sub, two positions. How you say it? Rejuvenated. But he didn't.
Yes, he didn't.
Yeah, he pussied out when he chose Kieran Drewsby Hall to and took off Nkunku. He pussied out.
Yeah.
We also don't know if these.
He did it when he put the Neto there.
Okay, we also don't know if these guys have any minutes restrictions or been told, hey.
What is he? Have ankle bracelet? Minutes restrictions.
Okay, that's fine. But that's a real thing. Also, we have a game on Thursday. So, and we have a game on Sunday again. So I think that you can't take too much from one game when you don't even have a complete squad that's played 4 or 5 games, so you don't know what it's going to be. So after 4 or 5 games, you should start seeing a substitution pattern. You should start seeing better patterns.
That's my point. That's my point. You should play the players that actually did well on the preseason. Madueke, as much as I don't like the freaking fraud, he should be playing.
But
he was the only one that actually match ready.
Who are you going to put on the bench? If you're starting Madueke, who are you putting on the bench?
Enzo.
Honestly, Palmer could have come off the bench and I would have understood.
Yeah, Palmer did.
Yes, Palmer. I mean,
I was even saying going into the game, if Palmer don't start, I understand. If Jackson don't start,
exactly.
I understand.
Okay,
everybody understood that.
Intelligent, but you've been Stamford Bridge. If Palmer didn't start, what does that look like?
It doesn't look.
Bro, these are the same fans chanting. These are the same fans chanting for Gallagher as soon as we go 1-0 down. Fuck them.
Okay.
No,
these men are really
nobody
they're waiting to go 1-0 down to shit on everything.
You think that the English fans they don't know? Like it's not like they cut him and said you training with U21s.
I understand that Palmer. It was
exactly.
our player
so why you
season.
English fans then? There's no point to being English fans.
Oh, all right, but you don't not play your talisman from the previous season.
He's not talisman.
You do when they haven't played enough.
Oh man, come on.
Oh, so Palmer was not talisman last season.
No,
I wouldn't. No.
I mean,
I'm not arguing against that.
No,
Palmer didn't look ready for this game, bro. He did not look ready.
Exactly. Palmer did not look ready.
But he played well, though.
No, he didn't. If Palmer was average. Palmer was average.
He was off.
Yeah, for his standards, he was average. But
yes, but what do you?
He played better than
who?
People. Pardon? He played better than Nkunku. First of all.
Yes, I agree with you. That's why I'm saying that he should not be playing. Okay, if Nkunku would have played in Enzo's position, you will not likely make that statement. He would have played better than Nkunku. But I can tell you what. At least if you tried Madueke on the right, because he's the only one that had match fitness. Does it look like Palmer was getting beat on the speed? Yes, it did, because he's not match fit.
So sorry, Alex, because I just joined a bit late. So the reason why I think he started Palmer and Nkunku on the wings is because, in a way, to protect the back line. What I mean is, when we saw Madueke in the preseason lose the ball, right? You know how it becomes a 3 at the back in a sense when we're in attack. Booster doesn't have enough time to recover. So he's like, I want the wingers, aka Nkunku and Palmer right now, who can retain the ball higher, kind of like how Grealish does for Man City, right? So that's why I saw Nkunku this game, right? Compared to if you want a Madueke or Raheem, Mudryk or Raheem Sterling, right? Obviously, Neto has a better success rate with dribbling and retaining the ball. So in the future, I'm hoping if this guy is as smart as we think or what people say, that Neto will be starting on the left wing at the very least. But that's why I think for this specific game, why Nkunku was on the left and why Palmer was on the right. Because you saw the deficiencies in the defense.
I understand what you're saying. I see what you're saying, and I raised it back to you. Sure. None of them did what you just told me. Neither Nkunku helped Cucurella, neither Palmer helped, what's his name?
No, Nkunku was helping Cucurella. on the left-hand side, defensively speaking.
No, he didn't.
I'm like on it, like
Yeah, he did.
Sorry,
No, he fucking
Alex.
didn't.
Alex, I don't mean in a defensive sense. I mean in a retaining the ball sense. Sorry, kind of how Grealish. You know how the whole purpose of Grealish in the Man City system is not to lose the ball in dangerous positions and to always have the ball, so we keep
I
having.
understand that, CP,
So,
but I didn't see it. I did
No,
not
I agree.
see it.
I agree. I didn't see it, but I'm saying that's what I saw as the reason
I
when
might
I saw
text
the
him and be
lineup.
like, "Oh, sorry, I missed that."
Go on.
People don't know phone and shit.
Yeah, I've got connections all over.
Lose
the
my
place.
G. I am out. I've talked footy all day long. So
Yo,
I'm
it
done.
You
was
out
good to have
talked
you on
yourself,
anyway, man.
Jester.
All right,
You
brother.
out talked yourself.
Bless up, bro. You enjoy
I
your
was talking
weekend.
to myself. That's because I want to have an
No,
intelligent
I said
conversation.
you out talked yourself. Anyway, just I'll see you later.
It's over my head, brother.
Yeah.
Later.
Rest
No
your voice.
worries, man. Bless up.
Big up.
Just a shame. I say it's a shame, but like this is the result we all expected for the most part.
Yeah, we did.
Where does
I'm not.
It's just
I'm
the
not
manner
mad,
in which
like,
it happened,
legit.
though.
I'm not.
Shit.
I'm
Yeah,
not
it's just the manner.
mad at all.
Same. I feel like more people are expecting us to be mad over anything. That's why I did emergency stream. It's all over.
I mean, we all predicted a loss anyway, so this ain't even nothing new.
I'll sound business.
I
I said
saw
2-1.
a lot of things.
want
I saw a lot of things
missed
to be
it.
happy about personally.
Yeah.
I think the build up was good. We were better defensively. Just the final third, still like we need to figure out like how to attack space.
Here's the good question.
I'll say,
How
like,
do you?
Sure. Yeah, go
Sorry,
ahead, Alex.
Scott. I was gonna say, like the guy is asking, which way would you fix this defense? I would fix it slightly by actually make the players. For me, it was always like defense is the part of the field. If you, how you say it, give them less and less run at them during the whole 90 minutes, you have more success. So, for example, players up top, they have to hold on to the ball for the longest as they can. That's why your structure of the defense is easier to implement. That's the only way you can do if you have a strict lines and everything. I don't get me started. If I'm gonna go individually on the defense just for one game, it will my head will be fuming with Colwell and Fofana. Both of them are
Anything, our
freaking donkey.
fullbacks were weaker today than the center.
Exactly, fullbacks are the well. Kukureya did slightly better than not slightly. I'll say for me it was Kukureya. Kukureya and the
Gusto.
midfielder was no. As the player of the game for me,
Lavia.
Lavia is definitely Chelsea's best player today, but Kukureya was not far behind them until last parts of the minutes. You can see that he struggles. He didn't have enough in his gas tank because he's shortened his break more than anybody. But it's not, like I said, Kukureya was slightly better than the other guy. But if it was me, I will make sure that Nkunku never ever plays on the left side. And if anything, Jackson and Nkunku can rotate until that point. But no, Jackson just that guy. You know how like you went to a vacation and you come back and you think that you are better, and then you see Jackson do the same shit. You like annoyed by the whole freaking year. Like my God, man, my God, that guy is like he could be brilliant, like one of the brilliant players, and then it was that.
Yeah, you know, Jackson
He just needed more minutes, more sharpness.
Oh my God, seriously.
Offside. I'll say the offside though.
Yeah, that offside again.
That's on him. That offside, it's on him.
Yeah, that's on him.
That's on him. That's on him.
The first offside I'm not as annoyed about. It's the second offside. Like that's just you take a step back, like you track where the ball's going. Like he just stands still. If you take a step back, you can still potentially reach that, and then you score.
You're talking about the one from Palmer rebound?
Yeah, the rebound.
Yeah, that's unforgivable. You literally.
Yeah, that's the one that's annoying to me. Like the other one is what it is.
The whole line is in front of you. Like
You
the
know,
whole
like
defensive
Gusto was
line.
also fucking up too much. That ball that Enzo played to him. He could have played that ball first time to Jackson, took another touch, and then the defender got the block in. Just reminded me of Chilwell when we played Man City in the the FA Cup semifinal.
Yeah.
He could have just played that ball first time to Jackson, took another touch, and the attack was dead.
That
so
chance,
I've just seen the second one. That's lazy.
the chance that Jackson had instead of shooting the first time.
Oh my
Kara?
god, yeah.
One where
Oh,
he
yeah,
takes
what
two,
we-
three, four
God,
touches.
man.
He
I
goes
think it was
past the whole
Gusto.
team and closes his
Gusto.
angle every time he goes forward. I'm like, fucking just across the goal, please. Fuck.
Oh my word! No. I'm
Yeah.
talking about the Palmer's chance. I think
Oh,
somebody passed it to Jackson in the box. Instead of taking the first time shot, he made the touch and tried to roll it. I mean,
You just don't have the
just getting
instinct.
mad.
Yeah.
By the way, even Jackson, there's still nothing has come close as defensive inability from Colwell. Fofana's slightly better, but it's like comparing shit diarrhea with the shits.
They both they were both culpable for both goals today.
sorry,
Yeah.
Scott or everyone, because I don't know if Alex has seen. I want a game where Vega starts as a left center back,
maybe. Probably
because he
Well,
seems
as a
aggressive
centre back.
enough and he has a pace. Yes,
As a centre back,
Because he-
yeah.
What, like
Because-
over Colwell?
yes, for one game. I want to try with the starting lineup because he's played as a DM and a left back and a left center back, so he has a recovery pace from his Basel days. He's decent at ball playing, and he seems way more aggressive than backing off Colwell.
Yeah, but if you don't want two aggressive defenders though, you want one going out and then one covering. Like playing him and Wesley Fofana as a partnership
Yeah.
wouldn't make
No,
any
but I'm
sense.
saying-
I'll be real,
That would be
especially
like playing like I don't know, like Kurt Zuma and like Kurt Zuma.
No, but I'm not saying necessarily it has to be Fofana, but I want him to start there. It could be Towson. Like Towson could be the partner next to him. But I want
the thing is though, for me, that might work, but the problem you're going to have is like for the way we're playing, the central centre back needs to be the one that's the calmer sweeper, like because the outside centre backs are, from what I can see, are meant to be the ones that engage. Be it both centre backs today, and I'll be real, I don't think either goal we conceded was down to anything to do with the system outside of the Fofana pass, because like I don't think anyone gave him an option, but both goals we conceded were just individual errors again.
Yeah,
By the way,
decisions that they made.
that second goal, the way we played off the back and lost the possession so quickly,
That's what I'm saying, Alex. It was like
panicky.
no one gave Fofana an option, so he just hoofs it into midfield.
No. If you look at that replay, Gusto was begging for the ball.
Oh,
I think Palmer was in a good position on the right too.
Yeah. Well, but the Gusto was begging, and he gave ball to the Gusto, and Gusto made that crap that he did, and the ball went back. So why were you asking in the first place? I think it was Gusto.
It might have been. I just remember Fofana hoofing it into the midfield when no one was there.
Yeah, there was a lot of just like Route 1 just hoofing the ball a lot because they got scared because in the first 20 minutes the Man
but I'm
City
okay
press
with
was
that though,
choking
bro.
us.
I
Yeah,
rather
me
like
too.
after and
Yeah,
lose than
keep
go
After a
and
couple
win.
mistakes,
out of
everybody
that
just
way.
decided
I don't
to
want
pussy out.
No.
I just I
I'm okay
need
with
to
it.
understand.
Kick it out if you need. If you
Yeah,
need
I'm
to.
okay with that, bro.
I
I
can't lie.
disagree
When it comes
because
to our defense,
it hardly ever relieves pressure. They just, especially against a team like Manchester City, they just recycle because their rest defense is so good. They recover the ball and they're just already set. You just get pinned back further and further, and they just keep recycling the ball. Like it's because there's a lot of those times where we hoof the ball out that I could see that we had passing options. There was one of them where Fofana won the ball off one of the City players. He runs back. He's got Sanchez in his eye line and he could make that pass across, but then he chooses to hoof it out instead just because we'd lost the ball a couple times in the first 20 minutes and everybody just got scared. And I don't know, I feel like some of the instructions were maybe to take more careful passing options because even when we were in the final third, like there were so many opportunities that we had to play the ball first time, diagonals through balls, and we chose not to, just reset and run back.
I can't lie to you. I need to understand what the hell's going on mentally with Fofana. What's in his head? Because Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
My man is like he plays sometimes like he's smoked like a billion joints before the game.
Who are you talking about?
It really, because like
Fofana.
with Fofana, there's rustiness, and then he hasn't had a year to play. So like, I think there's a lot.
But Lewis, like he looks spaced out. Like he looks like he doesn't know what decision he's making.
Can we talk about drop Bert Sanchez,
And-
please?
And it's like, bro, because like if you look in other games plus this one, like you go back to the Inter game, he just steps out of the defense for no reason, leaving a huge gap. This game, he has the pass into midfield, and then the first goal, he's just ball watching. He completely loses Silva, I think it is. But like, because he's just looking at the ball.
Yeah,
Like,
the first goal for the City game, I get. I think for Inter though, like that's more the midfield, if anything.
No, that was
let,
him.
they let that Bissek brother just walk through.
No, that's cool, but bro, you stay in position. Then he stepped out and opened the space for Thuram, like for no reason.
The maddest thing is though, like there was moments where I thought Fofana was good in that game too. There was a lot of good blocks from him, some decent passing, but it's like we're saying with Sanchez, you can't have as many bozo moments the further back you go up the field. It's just risky. Too many risky moments, and eventually one or two of them lead to goals. So overall, I get it. I get it.
Galib,
Also, people in the comments trying to tell me that Colwell was worse. Did I say Colwell was good? He was arse as well. Like,
you literally said both centre backs.
Yeah,
both centre backs were
I just
culpable
don't
for
think the
both
center backs
goals.
were as bad as the fullbacks, though.
Galib
lot
asked
to that.
how we can ask somebody to be like
Fullbacks
that
were worse.
as a center backs. Center backs usually develop later in the career. It's I understand what he's saying, but the problem with this question, Galib, is like why do we have two youngsters in the first place?
But
So
sorry,
it doesn't
Alex,
matter.
Also,
but I can give you an exception to the rule. Both of Arsenal center backs and Saliba, when they first started the partnership, were only 23 and 22 or 21. It's just the quality. And if Cole was generational, like people were hyping him up to be, then fucking do that job. Euro's looking
Yes,
better than Cole at age 19.
I was trying to answer Galib. Galib, the problem with the question you said is you have time to wait 2-3 years, because Galib saying that he okay to wait for 2-3 years for development of the center backs. Nobody at Chelsea, but you apparently, Galib, are willing to wait for 2-3 years for Colwell or Fofana to get the boots back on. Like there's no time. Where too much, you know what I'm saying? So that's the problem.
Yeah.
Alex, correct. Like, I don't know if you feel the same way, but to me, like, just for this game, for example, for me, I don't think the mistakes that were made in this game from the centre backs were. I don't think that's an age thing. For this game specifically, I mean.
Colwell definitely could have defended that better. Him and Cucurella, to be honest. They really could have. That Haaland goal.
That's not Cucurella, man.
That's
By the way, Cucurella.
That's not Cucurella's fault.
Cucurella was even miracle that Cucurella was there.
Yeah, exactly. To even
what I'm
try
saying
to
is he
react
could
like
have
he did.
leaned in on Haaland slightly. Where
the
it's
body
not borderline
composition
like a
between
push,
the two, there's no chance
but
he's going to
it's just-
physically outmuscle him.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
lean
Leaning
into
on
it,
the
bro.
guy where he leaned in on and that motherfucker fell like a ton of brick houses last year and then got a penalty.
Yeah.
That incident that would have stuck
That
in
was
his head.
more grabbing, though. That was more like grappling last season.
Yeah,
I
but
just
you know,
felt
By the way,
you know the second you
Cucurella
leave,
should
he's
not
gonna
even
fall.
be there.
He
That's
shouldn't,
between Fofana and Colwell.
That's Colwell's man. Yeah.
Yeah, like
They
it
could've definitely
starts
done
from Fofana losing Silva, because like you notice Cole
Yes,
drops.
yes.
I think the only reason I think
it
that Cole
starts for
drops,
Casado getting beat
Yeah.
on the inside
Well,
and
yeah.
get passed by them. But
but then
me see if I can
once
get
it
the
comes
goal up.
inside, pause. It then goes to Cole. Like, sorry, Fofana loses Silva because he's ball watching, and I think
Correct.
Cole thinks it's going through to Haaland, or Haaland's going to keep running, so he drops a step, and then once he's dropped, Haaland's then got that space to move into. So yeah, it's
Silva
both of
tried
them
to
not
control-
communicating, not understanding where each other are. Again,
Yeah, Silva tried to control the ball and it ended up to Haaland anyway.
no, he
Yeah,
didn't
like-
control. Like, he
like-
passed that.
like
That was the
look at
first time
where
pass.
you see Colwell is in the right position right here.
To be fair, probably is.
Colwell is in
Yeah,
the right
what's Fofana
position.
doing?
That's what I'm saying. If you look at the gap, Look
Yeah,
at
because
where
if he passes
Fofana
to
is.
Silva, he just has to turn.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
has
so-
to watch Silva though. He can't just
Look,
it's
look.
fine.
When the pass is coming, Fofana is no man's land.
No, yeah.
Flat
Silva's
footed.
wide.
See?
Yeah.
So see, this is where Cucurella has to move across the Haaland.
But look, Fofana is trying to read the ball instead of look at the what's
I
his
was
name?
gonna say, and Alex, I actually know why he steps. Cole
I know why
steps
he
because
steps.
he thinks, yeah,
That it will pass
because
through him. He didn't think that he was gonna get it.
yeah,
You
and
see?
it was not that. No, it's not necessarily that. I think he thinks even if Silva gets it, he'll have to turn, and he'll turn into him, like he's blocking
Yeah.
the pathway.
Yeah, you forgot that Silva is left-footed, so he ain't
Yeah.
turning towards him. He's
Yeah.
turning away from him. You see what I'm saying?
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be real. That goal, I'm gonna be so honest. That goal isn't on Colwell. Like that's on for fun.
Yeah,
Right.
there's
Football
more
watching
Fofana
started
than
it all.
Colwell, but it's actually both combination of both.
There's been
I'm
too
telling
many
you, even
instances-
Sanchez, he should be out of the line the minute the ball touches
Shout out to Rance.
the minute that the ball touches passes Colwell,
Silva.
What Haaland?
Haaland.
Yeah.
The minute that the Haaland touches the ball and start to hustle with the Colwell, Sancho needs to make it, at least 1 or 2 steps forward, cut the angle, just in case. But he didn't. He waits until the last second.
There's been too many instances of us like marking space instead of marking players. Like there were so many times in that game where I saw, like, especially in the midfield, like people choosing to mark space or like trying to go zonal 3/4 up the pitch. Like it was just insane. Because if we're gonna go man to man, go man to man. If you're gonna go zone and try and like keep a structure, to the defense and do that, but like we're just in no man's land, caught between either or in a lot of positions, to be honest.
I think that's just part of us trying to figure out ourselves defensively, but it's gotta be sooner. Gotta be sooner rather than later. At least we have a better run of games coming up. We just had to get rid of that City
Oh, I
game.
love when
Yeah.
you say that. I love that
Uncomfortable
when you say that.
conversations if we lose to Serviette.
I love when you say that because the
Oh,
pain
I
is
ain't gonna
gonna
hear
be
the end of
even
that
more-
for 2 months now, am I?
Yeah, no.
When we draw 1-1 to Wolves. Hey, so what about that easier run, blood? Where you at? Where you at? Come outside. Come
By the way,
outside.
is that new geezer looks like Madueke? I swear that guy looks like Madueke.
Who's he
Dash.
talking about?
He's talking about you, bro.
That's like because of the fucking
No, his
bandana.
face looks like
That's
Madueke, I swear. Tell me no.
it.
Nah, I don't even see it, to
Nah.
be fair.
You
I
seen
don't
it,
just-
don't you?
I don't even
I
say that
think
bad
I
way.
seen it. I think I see Madueke.
I see more on the headband, if anything.
No. He
I'm
looks
big
a
up
little bit Madueke.
Big
That
up to
other
Brian
part, he
saying,
doesn't
"Silva,
look like
I
nobody."
thought Kova was Deadwood. Like, bro,
The
Kova
Cartoon
wanted to
Network
go
guy, he
and
doesn't
he had a
look like
year
nobody.
left.
No one. No, I don't think anyone said that Kovacic was Deadwood outside of Jesters.
No one
First,
even
like,
cussed out Kovacic when he left. It was like, yeah, peace, best
Yeah,
of
he
luck.
wanted to leave, and then we needed a rebuild.
Plus, he was always injured too. Like, what are we gonna do with that?
No,
It's
Kovacic
ridiculous.
wasn't that all that
Not
injured.
this
It was more
the
he.
Yeah,
added
but he was
guy,
injury
Bro,
prone.
the family wants a link.
Enzo
No,
is
he
the
wasn't.
worst
I'll
100
be
million
real, I
ever
don't think
spent.
he wasn't that injured. I think he was like decently fit that last season. It was more he was checked out. Like he fully just checked out because he wanted to leave. Like he just couldn't be bothered to be there anymore.
Yo, Enzo is not the worst 100 million ever spent, bro. Okay, he's not.
We
a
spent
shit
no.
player.
We spent 100 million on Lukaku. He will never be the worst 100 mil we've ever
Like,
spent.
and he's not a shit player. What he is a luxury profile. The problem with Enzo is that he is the type of player.
There's nothing luxury about Enzo, man. Stop saying
Yes, he
those words
is. He's the
together.
type of player that you could only have in a team that's possession
Yeah.
based and really good. Like he's not a person. He's a bit of a passenger defensively, and
Alright, so
he's
then don't
only
blame him,
good
bro. Then
in
don't blame
very
him.
specific situations.
Bro, you
But
can't
in
be
those
that
situations,
Which
he's
part is
outstanding.
luxury? Which
Pardon
part
me?
of his abilities is luxury?
He's a
Player.
first his development of line breaking passes, like building out from the back, like his ball control, his maturity, like he's extremely good at getting you out of difficult phases when you're pinned back, getting the ball forward, progressing, like spreading passes, picking out people.
That
He's
weed is
amazing
good.
at that.
I want some
But
of that weed. that you doing smoking when you watching Enzo, because I ain't watching
He's good
nothing
at
that
that. I don't
Enzo.
know what you're talking about. Like, look at the stats, look at the games.
No,
Like, ask
Enzo
anybody.
is
Like,
crap, man. For
if
the past
Enzo went to
year
Real Madrid today, Enzo would be getting
on the bench.
blown off by everyone. All right, like if Enzo went to a team that actually could
City.
suit or afford to
City,
carry a player with his, deficiencies and his strengths, he'd be looked at a lot differently. There's a lot of players like Enzo, like for instance, Raheem Sterling. I'm not saying that they're similar in terms of ability level, but Raheem Sterling, before he came to Chelsea, he was a phenom. He was one of the best wingers in the league to a lot of people. What he is a luxury profile. You can't have him on a shit team or on a middling team where you don't have most of the possession, you don't create a lot of chances. But if you are a team where you create a lot of chances, you have a lot of possession, his profile
The
running in the
problem is
back,
we're
cutting
losing a lot of
Felix is another one
all
possession.
them
as well.
types
No,
of
no.
things. It's
The
extremely
reason
useful.
why we're not holding a lot of possession is because of him. People
Okay,
saying
so
it's
why
his
was
first
it that
touch let him
Manchester
down.
City was holding 90% of possession, 70% of possession when he was playing for them?
Who?
Raheem Sterling.
Put up,
Yeah.
AK.
Yeah, you're holding possession not because of Sterling. You
Yeah,
never
that's
hold the
the
possession
point that
based on
I'm
the
making.
winger.
They were a better team all round, so they could afford to have a limited profile,
I'm talking about Enzo. I'm
albeit
not
in
talking about
strengths like
Sterling.
his. Pardon?
Yeah.
I'm talking about Enzo, not Sterling.
Yeah, I'm saying that they're similar in the sense that they both have deficiencies, but they both
Yeah.
have very specific strengths in their profile that you can afford to carry if you have an amazing team. That is the point that I'm
You gotta
making.
get the balance
Oh.
right. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. So you're saying like if we have a good team, then you can afford players like.
Yes, that's
Oh,
what I
okay.
mean by a
Well,
Correct.
I
luxury
can
Yeah,
tell. I
profile.
can tell you. Here's my 100% view on that. They can both fuck off.
Obviously, yeah. I mean, I get that because
And I
Sterling, I'm
don't
with you.
need them.
Enzo,
I will
yeah.
build the team and don't need them to be that like. No,
yeah,
I
but the
don't
thing
need
is,
those
when you have a
luxuries.
really good team, like then you want people like that to do specific stuff.
Yeah.
I'm being so honest. I'm keeping, based on what I saw of this first game, I'm still keeping Enzo in this team over Caicedo right now.
Yeah, I'm not keeping Sterling now.
Put up.
Big up, guys. Big up.
Yeah, big up.
All I know is Lavi has got to start.
Oh,
You
fam,
figure out
bro,
the
and
other
there's,
midfielder.
100%.
by the way, I knew
Undroppable.
that eventually this was going to happen, that someone in this midfield was going to develop this. But when we were seeing in pre-season, like the guys like Reece and whatnot fizzing balls into midfield, and these guys were taking like 2-3 touches and losing the ball, I knew that there was a reason for it and there was like an end goal. And it's that those moments in this game where Lavi would be on the half turn instantly, take a player out instantly on the half turn, and then you're away. It's what City do all the time. It's what we used to get from Jorginho and Kovacic. Like those guys could turn easily. And it's like we saw that with Lavia today, and it's like it means you can fizz balls into the middle, you can take a player out, and you're on immediately on the run. And like he has to start. Like in that 6, he has to start.
I actually say like, look,
Facts.
for me, I don't care who. Like, I have my questions with Maresca. I'm biased. I don't like the style of this anyway.
Yep.
So I'm gonna be probably the quickest out of you all that turns on Enzo. But substitutions today, again, I don't know the starting lineup. Not my cup of tea. But substitutions are 2 game down. Substitutions killed it. Killed the game.
Losing Lavia. Some people are talking about potentially him being taken off like for fitness reasons and everything. But he had the most minutes out of the whole midfield in pre-season.
We somehow had a chance fighting. And I was thinking, like, man, only if he substitute Enzo with what's his name? With
Big up,
only
Joey.
if he would have took Enzo off and put Neto in and put Neto on the left and nkunku in the middle.
Yep.
And see, you can always make that second. If you didn't think nkunku isn't good in the game, that substitution would have give you a 5 to 10 minutes breathing time. He didn't have to make this because when he makes the substitutions of Nkunku, he made also another substitution during it, right? He made two substitutions first. Who was the second one?
Okay.
It was Nkunku, then Jackson and Lavia.
Nkunku, was it?
Yeah, Jackson
well,
and Lavia were a double sub.
Yeah, they were double sub.
I thought was so. Who was this? No, Gui came for
Jackson.
Yeah,
for Jackson.
Lavia and Jackson off. He and
KDH?
Dewsbury all on.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, no, I'm talking about when Nkunku was substitution. Did he had the second sub with it?
No, it was one sub.
No, I think
No?
it was just
Okay.
him and
So that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. So if he would have took Enzo and put Nkunku over there, he would have a breathing time to see how Nkunku would have played with Jackson. You see what I'm saying? He would have had that
Yeah.
5 to 10 minutes least to view how those two can play. He could always make the substitution later with the other two and give him a little bit of thinking time. But he shut it down immediately when he left the Enzo on the pitch and took Lavia off. It was bad. It was bad substitution.
I'm with you as well. Yes, Joey, what are you saying, man? So you just came through never a foul. You probably went through it for the last hour.
Yeah, that's a understatement, my friend. It's an understatement.
Okay, now. How are you feeling coming out
Bro,
of that one?
I don't understand how you could attack someone personally, like just trying to talk football. That shit's crazy.
Wait, who was it? Who was it?
We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. That shit just has me rattled as fuck. It had me rattled the entire fucking.
Is that Arsenal guy that?
Yep.
Gunnar Lee.
Gunnar Lee.
Gunnar Lee, bro.
No, it wasn't Gunnar Lee.
Yeah, it was.
No, he was an Arsenal fan on there.
It was.
It was
But I not like that shit just got me like heated to a next level. Like I shouldn't be this mad about it. Like and the game itself, like overall, we didn't play that badly. Like I just thought that like tactically, like the setup was correct, but the players in the positions were really upset. Right? Like it was really upsetting to me. Like just having and like I felt like he was shoehorning Enzo in a position that he didn't need to actually really be in. Like I would have been fine if it was Caicedo, Lavia, and Nkunku in the middle, and then you had either Sterling. And I thought it was going to be Sterling. I had no idea Sterling was going to be left out of the team, like most of us. But I would have liked to see someone over there
Actual winger.
because Nkunku would have been great in the middle there. Like he would have been perfect in the
That's
middle.
what I
There's
said, Joe.
a great. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you say something?
I said
No,
that's
I
what I
totally
said,
agree.
Joe. I
I'm
agree
sorry.
with
I
you.
just jumped in. I was like head loss. Wasn't listening.
No.
enough.
I'll shut up. I'll shut up.
And like I don't think Enzo in this game was just suited. It was just not suited for this game. I don't think that it was necessarily like anything that he would have done wrong. I just don't think he was suited for this game. I thought like if you brought Enzo in next to Lavia, Lavia was to me our best player in the game. Like he looked like he covered the most. He covered ground great. He was winning his duels. He was winning his duels both ways on going forward and defensively. Levi Colwell is the probably the most upset. Like was probably the most upsetting of the players that I have. He just does not seem to want to like step up to the ball. He's always just trying to like defend with his body from like 4 or 5 yards away when he should be touched close to the person. And like Wesley Fofana on multiple occasions when he's trying to exit the ball the ball has to go deeper. And that's why Kovacic ended up scoring because he couldn't get the ball to you up in the air. He just hit it. It was low and Kovacic stole it before he could even get close to you. So it's like those are the small things that like I noticed. Like build up play was really good. We need a striker really badly in the system. Like Jackson's just not good enough in the box. Period. Like he's just not good enough in the box. And if we're gonna have Colwell play football, he needs I don't know what he needs to do, but he needs to get his head out of his ass and like and actually go and press the guy that's in front of him. If our midfield gets beat, I don't need Colwell backing up into the goal. Like, A, it blocks the view for the keeper. B, you're just letting him shoot, bro. And Robert Sanchez, what are you doing today? What are you fucking doing? Like, why are you, 2 to 3 different occasions, you pass the ball right back to the other team. 2 to 3 occasions. I'm sitting there saying, why are you passing it short? I would have much rather just see you hoof it. What are you doing?
I'm glad you brought up Sanchez. Can
What are you
we
doing,
now
bro?
accept that his
When you die,
I'll see you guys later.
you get a hand on the ball. You get a hand on the ball. What are we doing?
Bro, for me, it was
By the
a
way,
positioning for the second goal.
Like, what are you doing?
Go on, Scott.
Can
you
we
wanna
now
cook.
accept, by the way, can we just accept his ball playing ability, quote unquote, is dead? It's done. It's finito.
Oh,
It's
facts.
dead.
Fuck this guy's kicking ability.
Ben Roberts needs to be
Between
sacked.
Brockbert and
Yeah, get
George
rid of him too.
Petronas, I don't
He's
know who's
sacked,
worse,
bro.
honestly.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's just
He literally
fucking
almost
horrible.
repeated what he
Can't be
did to
bothered. I can't
Arsenal
be
and
bothered.
Rice. Yeah, he kicked the ball straight
Nah,
to fucking City
Sanchez was
player.
poor, bro. Sanchez was poor today.
That's Saeed. Big
Oh,
up.
and
He
also
was.
just on the
It wasn't
whole
a-
plan,
it's not a
just
emergency
on
stream. This is a match reaction, bro.
just
You
on
do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I
keep
put
seeing-
emergency stream. Oh, we lost to City. Our season's over.
I
It's
keep
just
seeing
the
in the
first game of
chat like
it's just the
people
guys,
saying that
it's just the first game of the season, bruv. And these
Of
men are
course.
just already saying the league's over. What the hell, bruv? It's just the first game. It's just
people in
started.
panic
Reactionary
man.
mentality, huh? Yeah.
That's like even with the Sanchez criticisms, I do want to say it is just one league match, but also
It's
Oh,
not.
so
We're seeing habits.
That's the
that's
thing. It's
problem.
not one league match, bro.
Yeah.
It's not.
That's the thing.
Shit.
It's the same. It's
Not
bro.
one
This game.
Same
We
thing as
could have.
last.
Yeah, this was the same as when we played last season. Nothing's changed by the way Sanchez played.
I mean,
Yes,
this
boys.
guy should be here, bro.
yes, Sammy.
That's Scott.
It is indeed,
It's
bro.
good,
Yes, bro.
good to be back. Good to be back.
Yeah, good, bro.
You ready for another season of horror?
I don't think it's gonna be that bad, to be honest. The
We're not
today
worse
was
than
not
last.
an indication of how bad how we were gonna play all season
Compared
not
to last
whatsoever.
season, yeah.
Like
We
I
downgraded from last season.
How?
Really? How?
how
Losing Shalaba
Who said
and Thiago
that?
Silva is massive for us.
say what?
We went from Decisive and Silva, or even Shalaba and Silva, to two clowns. Fofana never played good under Frank Lampard. If you watch Frank Lampard's first season, Fofana wasn't that good.
Oh,
Bro,
so
when
we're
he played well
yo,
under Lampard, bro. Come on,
bro, we're doing Frank Lampard prop now?
bro. Come on, Lampard.
Revisionism,
Come on, bro.
yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like, why are we going back in history and rewriting that shit?
Lampard.
You guys
Bro,
got the magic
bro, I'm
pen,
talking about
son.
Fofana.
I swear to God, you guys got a magic pen that rewrites history, bro. You guys go on Twitter. You guys think you guys have the magic pen that rewrites history, bro. I swear to God, like Thiago Silva last year didn't get cooked hundreds of times last year. Like,
Yeah,
like
Silva
Trevor
wasn't
Chalobah
good
played-
first half of the season.
Trevor Chalobah played.
Bro, you're right.
Last year.
Bro,
He
you're
was
right.
injured the
But,
entire season.
but we still downgraded from Decisive and Shalaba. True or
Versace
false?
is still on the team. He just came back from a hernia injury. It's not like we decided he's not gonna play. It's like people are rewriting the books, bro. They rewrite what they want to
Bro,
believe.
Fofana's
bro.
never been good at Chelsea, so I'm worried.
Yo,
And
all right,
Romo
don't do
is
that
still
now,
learning.
At Chelsea?
Nah, you lost me. He was good on the
Nah,
Potter.
don't do that,
He was
bro.
good on the Potter.
And I can't
Rewrite
believe
the
that this
book,
guy's trying to say
son.
that actual
Just rewrite the
disaster is our
books to
savior.
what your
Like, for
belief
real.
Bro, Fofana played a few games on the Potter. He didn't have a lot of time.
He played a few games on the Lampard.
The magic pen. Look, we got the magic pen.
Same
The magic
energy,
pen.
bro.
Against Real Madrid,
The magic pen. We
I'll
rewrite
never
in the
forget
books, son. We just rewrite in the books, the history.
you remember that
books.
game
We
against
just
Real Madrid?
rewriting that
He got
shit.
smoked.
Yeah, I also remember his game against
By the way,
Dortmund.
Real Madrid just drew to Mallorca, guys.
And
They
it's going to
just
be a
drew to
horror.
Mallorca.
Bro, it's literally the same story. We've got no defense and no strikers. Felix isn't going to solve anything. I like Felix, but he's not a striker.
Brother, ain't we trying to get Victor Osimhen though?
But,
Like,
yeah, it's not looking good.
Oh
boys.
yeah, you man were linked to Osimhen, yeah. What
Yeah,
happened to that?
Yeah.
They said that they
So,
want him on loan.
Still going on.
Still going on.
Yeah.
We need him, man.
Even then, we have a front
but-
three of
but
Neto,
we need a
Jackson, and
goalkeeper as
Palmer.
well.
That's not bad.
Well, we
Neto,
got Jorgensen
Jackson,
there.
Palmer, and
striker,
Nkunku
though.
is not bad.
Jackson isn't scoring.
Yeah.
Come on, we're not
They
writing
don't,
Jackson.
they don't
off
shoot.
for
We
one
saw
week.
today.
I'm glad everybody agrees that we need a striker though, because I keep seeing in the chat that play nkunku as a 9. That is a perversion
No.
of
No
a
chance.
deluded mind.
Nah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's never
don't
been
do
a
that.
9. Jackson
Delusional.
and Nkunku, they're not strikers.
Yeah, we agree on
Play them
that.
in the 10. Play Nkunku in the 10 like he's meant to be played.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Play him in the 10.
Let
like he's meant
Oshiman
to
and
be
Jackson compete for 9.
played. Yep. And then
Yeah.
once again, guys, I want to remind you, you is not ready for Premier League minutes.
Yeah,
Not
of course,
ready
of
to be
course.
playing against
Yeah.
He's
Manchester
a youth
City.
player. It was a Barca youth
He's
player.
not
Yeah, there's no
ready.
expectation on him.
He's not ready, bro. I've been
needs to be
saying
on loan.
to you guys all preseason. You guys
Nah,
want to
conference
hype
league.
this 18-year-old up. He's not ready.
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
That's
No
why
expectation.
we need a striker. We will,
Yeah,
bro. We'll be better. Not every team is this good at defending as City is. Like they were really good defending today, and we
Oh, yeah,
even then we
But how many
still had our
shots on target did we
Ruben.
have?
They were
Yeah, that's true.
they were actually
yes,
good today,
Cigar
bro.
City. He rattled me, bro. I'm not about the front. He rattled the fuck out of me, bro. He rattled the fuck out of me. Because he doesn't ever want to talk football. He always wants to talk about, this, and this. He just wants to talk about everything else but the fucking game. I tell him to talk about the game, then he wants to attack my looks. You too, Crux James. I see you in the fucking chat. Fuck you too. Like, I'll say it to your face too.
Wait,
I'll be in
James.
England. I'll say it to all your face. I don't give a
James.
fuck how big any of
Who
y'all
is this guy,
motherfuckers are.
bro?
I don't give a shit. You think
Why
I'm
with
scared of
James?
anybody,
We went to
son?
college together. What
Fuck,
happened?
man. Think these guys act like they tough guys or something. I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say. If you're gonna say something to me, I'm gonna say something back. That's what's gonna happen. You're not gonna go
Hey, Lewis,
around.
who are these
say
Americans,
something,
man?
I'm gonna not say something back.
Fucking hell, I'm gonna have to go watch that stream back. Eesh.
Yeah,
That must have been a madness.
Yo, I'm watching that Kovacic go back, and bro, Colwell's pissing me off.
Bro, do you think
100%.
Sanchez could have saved?
Oh,
They should have
Kovacic,
saved
bro.
it.
Bro, he
Yeah.
could have came out and just slide tackle, bro. Smooth.
Yeah. Done something, yeah. At least. Just take him out at least.
Man,
And
Mateo
also, why is
Kovacic,
Kovacic
bro.
shooting from 30
What a
yards?
goal that was.
Homeboy never did that. for us.
Finally
Good question,
scored.
to be
You
fair.
wanna know why? Because
Kovacic-
Sanchez went.
But Kovacic did. The
Have a
Kovacic
hit, son.
made those runs all year last year. Like when he played for us, he made those types of runs all the time. He just never could finish. Never.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Never finish.
scoring scrimmage from like 30 yards, like easy.
No, Kovacic always had an annual banger. Just happened to be against us this time.
Yeah, he only scored
Standard.
goalies, that's it. Yeah.
But that's on a string of players: Sanchez, Colwill, Fofana,
was
Enzo,
no midfield,
Caicedo, all of them.
There was no midfield.
Yo, by the way, why can't we ever just to make a tactical tackle?
Yeah, a tactical
Like,
foul.
like
Yeah.
I don't understand why. Like you just let the guy. All right, one way this way, one way that way. Make a tackle. Enzo, take him out. Don't let him get
Cucurella
a
could have
shot
got
on him.
Haaland's
Take him
first
out.
goal, though.
That's not on Cucurella.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
not.
not-
It's not on Sanchez.
not
It's not on
Cucurella.
Sanchez
Well,
or
if anything.
Cucurella. Yeah. It's
Both
not on them at
Cole
all.
had two
But
chances
Cucurella
to get
could have.
that ball, and he didn't get
Especially
him
he
out
was singing
both
all
times.
summer. Haaland trembles when he sees Cucurella. That didn't happen today.
Cucurella.
Bro, Haaland's fucking post-match comments about that.
Yeah, he's
Cucurella.
gonna have to hold
That's
that.
like
still,
you
yeah.
asked for a shot last year, now you're chanting about me, you prick. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, no, he's cooking on that
He's
one.
right.
It's just, bruv.
We
And
definitely
people
needed
say
Madueke
Haaland
on,
doesn't
bro.
benefit in the
We
game.
needed
He just
Noni
scores,
on.
man. He does his job.
Like today, Palmer wasn't it. If we had Neto and Madueke running at their fullbacks, bro, we would have had something at least creative.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
But everything was just in front of them, bro.
On a
It's just
more
easy to
positive
expect.
note, though,
Huh?
in terms of in terms of how we performed today and the system, like thank goodness, long gone are the days of the Caicedo Island, of the
Yeah,
of
that's true.
of just the unbelievable basketball fucking football that we played last year. Like at least there was some semblance of like control in terms of like in possession and sometimes out of possession. Like, and the midfield, even though they got bypassed a lot, they were a lot closer together. Like, that's one thing that has been painful to watch for the past 2 years. Watching Chelsea, it seems like our players, no matter who we play against, are always so much farther away from each other than the other team. Like,
Yeah.
is that something else that other people see? Is that just like, because I feel like when we're building up or like passing out, when we're looking for options, it just seems like everyone's just so far away.
Yeah,
every
too far
time.
away. No one's
And the
showing for
other
an
team, when
option.
they recover
Yeah.
the ball, they can make
Yeah.
3-4 passes so quickly every time for the past 2 years. So it was just nice today to see like players close together. I would love to see some triangles because I never see us play like movement triangles. Even with the whole tactical 3-2-5 that we're doing right now, people just stand in the 3-2-5. Like, not like how with like City it is where people come in, go out, make third man runs. But there's positives.
Oh yeah, guys, I
There is.
wanted to
There
ask
is.
you. What were your thoughts on Savio today?
He
I
was
thought it was
good.
really good.
He was
I thought it
good.
was
Yeah.
good.
Savio was
Yeah.
disgusting.
Cucurella was doing well against Doku, and then they switched wings, and like it was a little bit more difficult for him.
Yeah.
Savio was
You
cooking, bro.
can tell he's a good
You
dribbler.
At some
Mafia,
point, I was
you
like,
said
that's
something in the
honestly.
chat earlier about like our pressing. I don't think it's our pressing, to be honest. I just think City is just really good at getting out of the press. They just are understanding of their system and where they're supposed to pass the ball when they're being pressed from a certain area in a certain space is really, really their understanding is years ahead of most teams in this league in the end. Like you can't blink, like you don't there's not a team out there that presses City that well anyways. And when we press City against Poch, we got let in 4 goals. Like
Yep.
Oh yeah, that was last season. Yeah,
you know what
we
I'm saying?
conceded
Like
4.
the thing is with this at this current moment is we don't have a guy at up top to play this kind of system to finish off the chances in the box. We just don't. And the one other guy that we had that could do that, we moved him out to the wing. So it's like now Enzo gets the ball in the box. The ball touches his feet. It bounces off his feet. He falls over because Savio runs into the back of him. Instead of just landing it on his feet, letting Savio run over him, it's an easy foul. If he touches the ball and controls it and Savio runs over it, it's a penalty. What am I excusing, bro? What am I excusing? Bro,
I said when you
in
pressed
the
last
game,
season, you did
in
well.
the game
Huh?
against our first game last year against Liverpool, how did we look? We look good. We look good in that game.
Yeah.
Second half, we looked good. First half, no.
Two-time Chelsea
Did
in
we
the
look
chat.
better than we did today?
Two-time Chelsea in the chat. Poch got me a point respectfully. You fucking idiot. Poch lost against Manchester United. Shat his fucking pants against Liverpool's under 18s. Lost countless games against fucking bottom of the fucking league fodder. 4-game losing streaks that we handed 3 grateful fucking points to people who needed to stay up to. Shut the fuck up about Poch got me a point. Shut up.
Here's another thing.
Shut
No manager can account for
Damn, I
dumb
didn't even have to
decisions
say
players do
anything.
on the pitch.
Poch still lost against City last year.
Yeah, he
bro.
did. He did.
Like
Why
you
are
guys
people overlooking?
forget, like in the FA Cup semifinal, he had an opportunity to beat him without Rodri, and we still lost.
Yeah. No manager can account for dumb decisions on the pitch by players. Do people forget that?
Yeah, but I literally can't believe that we won a game without Rodri. Damn.
I mean,
People act. Here's the thing, AK. AK, you could sit there and say we've just played you. Did we play that badly?
I mean, no, man. I mean, look, to be honest, I mean, like, you guys played a little better compared to last season. That's all I could say.
Yeah, but
yes,
exactly.
I just say we had a
Fucking
4-game
first game of the
losing
year.
streak. They did. Sorry, my bad. Responding to chat.
No, I'm basing my point on the
Bro,
way. The way
I
you
don't
guys played
understand.
today.
I don't
The way you
understand
guys played
these
today.
Poch inners, bro. I just don't get it, bro.
oh no,
I just
move
don't
on.
get it.
Just move on.
That was going to be the case anyway. This match is
we
going to be
knew-
a
we
3
knew
point
this.
to them.
Yeah.
That's all right to me. If anyone's like, oh yeah, but at least we
Today,
lost.
Nico Jackson had a ball.
anyways, guys,
Today, Nico Jackson had a ball that fell
just
right
focus on
to
the
his
next
feet.
game against Wolves, bro. Because Wolves,
Bro,
because Wolves already just lost the
Nico
game.
Jackson had a ball that fell right to his feet in the front of the goal with no defenders in front of him. Only had the keeper, and he hit it right to the goalkeeper. He hit it right to the goalkeeper. The goal he scored, what do you know? He's offside. What do you know? People kept on telling me, "Oh, we don't need Victor Osimhen. We don't need Victor Osimhen. We don't need him. We don't need him. Played well, played well FC, missed chances FC, mistakes FC. It's the same thing as last year. It doesn't mean Poch was any better.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, people still crying about
Football
Poch. It
looked
shows
way
how
better.
far our
Bro,
standards
do a
have dropped.
Poch prop in
way
the
better.
chat. 5-0 against
Shows that
Arsenal.
mentality and intelligence, Lewis, to be honest.
I never thought I would see the day that Chelsea fans excused losing 5-0 against Arsenal. Fucking unbelievable. You are
Oh
an
yeah,
absolute
I remember that
cuckold
scoreline.
if you are
Yeah, I'm
sitting
never
in
going
the
to be able to
chat
forget that as much
defending
as I want to.
Pochettino.
Yeah.
Like, you are a cuckold. Honestly, you loved to just watch your wife just get banged by other people. Honestly.
We didn't play that, bro. We let 4 goals in. We let 4 goals in against City last year, and people think we played better last year. We let 4 goals in. Just because we scored 4 goals, we played better. We are halfway through the season, by the way.
Here's the thing: it was more exciting. It was more exciting.
Unbelievable,
end-to-end.
honestly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can give him that. That's about it.
Yeah, like we scored goals. That's about it. We also had our worst defensive record in Premier League history. So it's a bit pointless. Big up to Abdi saying Enzo is the worst 100 million ever spent. He needs to go. Still not there yet.
Not there yet.
Like I said earlier, he will be worse than Lukaku.
Back me up there.
Hold that economy.
Sammy, your mic's
Hold
breaking,
that
bro.
shit, bitch. Hold that shit.
Wolves did the double over us last season. Yeah, that's true as well.
That is
Oh, the
Poch prop,
4-2, bro.
you are a sick fuck, honestly.
I
Genuinely
mean,
retarded.
we did just
if
kind of
you are
take Neto
doing
off
Poch
them, so
prop
if
right
that
now.
counts as something.
Oh, God.
Yeah, fucking better. Dylan says, do you truly believe we'll beat Wolves? Surely, man. Yes. Yes. I've got no reason not to. Wolves will not give us a tougher test than Man City did. I hope not. Big up to Brian saying Maresca out. Nope. No chance, mate. Big up to City Extra saying Poch out. Clear Lake is the best thing that happened to Chelsea.
Rafi, you just lost the City last week, bro. Last week, bro.
Don't bite. Don't bite. Don't bite.
Last week,
Don't
you just
bite.
lost the City. Last week, bro. Like, inshallah, you looked in the mirror. Inshallah. Last week.
I said we drew, bruv. You have zero shame. You have absolutely no shame. Fuck, I bet you're behind your screen as well, just giggling to yourself.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, but no, like I'm just interested to see how we kind of line up against Wolves and how we play against them.
I gotta stop. I gotta get off streams.
One of our biggest things last year was when
Don't worry, man. I hear it, man. Bless up.
when we played the Wolves and whatnot. You know, it was just can we break these teams down? That's what I want to see. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, the low blocks. That'll be the real
It'll
one.
be very interesting to see because last season we just struggled against those teams. But if we can create a few opportunities, then we'll see how that goes. But we need an upgrade on Jackson ASAP because
please just start Jorgensen if I can ask for any changes in the line.
If anything, start Jorgensen on Thursday and then see how he plays and then play him on Sunday. Done.
No, but even then, it's like it's fucking Savić. I don't even expect him to have a shot to deal with. I can't really go. Okay, cool. You had a good game where we dominated against Savić.
His chemistry, like understanding what he needs to do as a goalie in this team.
Here he is.
And then bam.
There he is. Don't make me play your video again. Don't make me play your video again.
Oh, some again.
I said Jorgensen hype. This is great. Zuba-Mendy hype. How about that? Big up to City Extra saying Stamford Bridge used to be an impenetrable fortress. Now look at it. Looks like a brothel house that everyone comes in and goes. Love it. Why are you stealing my lines? Why are you stealing my lines first off? I called it Stamford Brothel first before anybody. You
Can I ask
disgrace.
you guys a question? Oh, guys, if we don't
Big up, bro.
win the
Go on, bro.
conference league this year, is that do you guys consider that a failure?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
You said
I
no.
say no only because it's like, Jet. I don't even want us to play in that shit anyway. To be honest, I wouldn't
It's a
want us to play.
trophy. Why would we not want to
Yeah,
play
but,
that?
yeah,
Like,
but I
I
mean,
wouldn't have an issue with it. Like if we didn't win it, I wouldn't care. Is what I'm saying.
Fair
It's a
enough.
trophy, though.
I would
I think we
need
have to
to
win it.
probably OD on copium to get through losing the conference league and be okay with it.
Yeah.
I mean, if he goes in and he plays your Viegas and all these other guys we know are probably not going to start in the first team, and we lose, it's like, yo, whatever, bro. They got the exposure. They got some game time. Hopefully, we don't
Our
lose it, but these
bench
guys can
should
get-
be wiping the floor with them. Really should be.
Yeah, I think it's a complete fucking failure if we don't win the conference league
Of
this year.
course, you should be in it to win any trophy. I don't understand.
Failure.
this
That's a
picking and
riot I
choosing.
could get behind. Win the conference league or we riot.
Yeah.
That's a
You
riot I
should win
can
the
get
conference
behind.
league,
I'll
in my
back that.
opinion, bros. You should. You literally should win a conference league, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's without saying. To me, we've already won it. To me, we've already won it. I dare you get knocked
Uncomfortable
out.
conversation.
It's embarrassing to be in this shit as enough. Like, just
So it's even more embarrassing to lose.
Yeah,
Ajax
the
isn't in the
crack out of the
conference league.
conference league is insane.
Fuck that. Fuck
Yeah.
that. Big up to L, my guy, saying Jackson's a great athlete but a horrible baller. He's a good baller.
Jackson is a
He's
baller. He's
a
just a
baller.
terrible finisher.
Just not.
Yeah, that's better. He ain't got
Jackson
any
is a goat.
composure, and he needs to get over Pochettino. That's about it. Big
Yeah,
up to
him and his
Muska,
Just I
saying
can't-
we haven't beaten City for 3 seasons. Calm,
Yes,
my people.
We know.
Yeah, another painful reminder, innit?
Yeah,
I said, love the
regrettably.
world. Yeah, fuck,
Yeah.
thank you for reminding me, bro. Fulham game's over. Background you go. Background you go. Shout out to William though. Big up to Zoateng saying Enzo is wank. Stop waffling. Bro, look, Enzo was crap last game. I mean, fair enough. The next few games will, yeah. What a super chat though. The next few games will like just see if this is a permanent problem or something not. But for now, it looks like it's going to be Lavia or Caicedo or Enzo and Lavia. And I would rather have Caicedo.
I
I'd
just
rather
want to
have
give
Caicedo.
Lavia props. Lavia was quality.
Lewis,
So I'm
literally, you should watch Rory's video, man. The Arsenal fan. That guy is snorting
yeah.
from grade A.
Yeah, I'm
copium,
good.
bro.
I'm good, bro. With that in mind, big up to Sasuke saying, Joey saw you on Never a Foul. That was brutal, bro. Damn. Okay, I'm going to have to watch that one back because what the fuck? Everybody's literally talking about. James, what the fuck were you doing in that chat as well? Why has Joey got energy for you? What were you doing? What were you doing? Leave my panelists alone, for fuck's sake. Come on, man. I hope you're good, though. I hope you're good. Big up, James. But yeah, I'll watch that back. Because that looked like a fucking madness. For now, though, I'll be so real. I am so tired. I am so fucking tired. So, hands about to bounce. Big up to everybody that's locked in, though. We will be back tomorrow. I thought we were going to get a jowl feet. You called it... Man! You don't even look like Bruno. What are we doing? That's why he flipped over your last comment. Now I understand. Okay, cool. Makes sense. You don't look like Bruno. Come on, bruv. But yeah, we're going to send everyone over to Sarcasm City TV. Everybody head over to Sarcasm City. I might even hop on myself after I've had a little lie down. But until then, we will be back tomorrow. Big up to everybody that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that shit. Up the Chelsea.